There were nights you didn't think you'd make it. There were moments your hands trembled so badly from anxiety that you couldn't even hold the Bible you tried to find comfort in. But heaven saw. Heaven recorded every sigh, every tear, every desperate moment of surrender. You didn't need perfect faith. You just needed surrendered faith, and even your weakest cry was enough to move God's heart. Do not let the delay fool you. God was never inactive. He was working in the silence. He was rearranging behind the scenes. And now, beloved, you are standing on the edge of what you once believed would never come. Step into will look nothing like the one that tried to destroy you. The weight that crushed you will become the foundation that anchors you. The wounds that bled will now shine with testimony. This is not poetic exaggeration. This is divine preparation. For years, you have been misunderstood. Not because you were wrong, but because your calling was rare. You've carried vision that others couldn't understand because they didn't hear what you heard in the secret place. You've had to walk alone because the crowd wasn't permitted on the narrow path carved by obedience. But soon, yes, very soon, God is bringing into your life those who will not just understand your calling, they will honor it, they will protect it, they will water it. You see, your heart was built for more than survival. It was built for revival. Revival in your spirit, revival in your dreams, revival in your identity. The enemy has tried to convince you that you're too late, too broken, too far gone. But let me declare this over you now. You are right on time in God's eyes. Not a step behind, not a second misplaced. His timing doesn't operate on your calendar. It flows from eternity, and eternity has already called your name. Archangel Michael stands guard even now, watching the divine alignment of promises and seasons and prayers fulfilled come into motion. You may not see it yet, but the Spirit is already stirring. Heaven has begun moving in your direction. Take a breath. Let go of the timelines you've written. Let go of the plans you buried in frustration. What God is about to do will not follow the logic of man. It will not tick boxes or follow your expectations. It will exceed them. You have cried for love that doesn't leave, for provision that doesn't run out, for purpose that doesn't burn out. And I say to you today, those cries reached my throne. I saw your prayers etched in midnights. I heard your faith when no one else saw your worship. I watched you raise your hands in brokenness and still say, God, I trust you. That kind of faith shakes heaven. That kind of trust triggers the miraculous. Now is the prepare, not panic, to rise, not retreat, to believe, not back down. For I, the Lord your God, am not just mending the old, I'm birthing the new. There are connections coming that are divine, conversations that will spark destiny, doors that will open without your knocking. I am sending people into your life who will not drain you but lift you, who will not manipulate you but mentor you, who will not compete with your light but cover it in prayer. Enough years shrinking to make others comfortable, that time is over. The light inside you was not meant to be dimmed. It was meant to disrupt darkness. You have been anointed for such a time as this, not by accident, but by divine assignment. The battle has been intense because the birth is imminent. The pressure increased because your release is near. Don't misinterpret the warfare. It's not proof of failure. It's proof of the magnitude of what's about to be birthed through your obedience. God is not merely calling you out of something. He is calling you into something, into rest, into rhythm, into restoration. You will no longer build alone. You will no longer heal in silence. You will no longer wonder if God sees you. He does. He always has. And now He is responding publicly to what you did privately. Every seed sown in tears is about to bloom in joy. Every hidden moment of integrity, every quiet choice to forgive, every silent prayer to endure, it's all being rewarded So hold your head high, wipe your tears, not because the pain wasn't real, but because the promise is more powerful. You are not defined by what you lost. You are crowned by what you're about to gain. The former things are passing. The new is already forming. Do you not perceive it? Archangel, mighty and faithful, declares once more, heaven is on your side. Do not fear the shift. You were made for it. You were made for this exact moment. No part of your journey is wasted. Not the delays, not the betrayals, not the years you feel you lost. Heaven redeems time, and what took others 10 years, God will do for you in 1. Acceleration is coming, favor is being poured. The pain that humbled you has prepared you. You've been asking God, when will it be my turn? And heaven responds, child, it always was. I was simply preparing the world to be ready for what I placed inside you. You are not behind, you were hidden, and now the unveiling begins. But not for pride, not for applause, not for ego, for purpose. You were chosen to carry something rare, and rare things take time to refine. The refining is done, the revealing begins. So go forward. Don't look back. Don't rehearse the past. Don't water what God has uprooted. Focus. Stay planted. Stay prayerful. Stay expectant. Because even now, the windows of heaven are opening. What's coming is not just an the Lord is hovering over you like the dawn of creation, waiting for the moment to speak light into the dark corners of your soul. The same breath that raised Jesus from the dead is alive, hovering, whispering, stirring within you. There is no silence in heaven about your destiny, no confusion about your path. You may have lost your way for a moment, but you were never lost to God. Your steps have been numbered, not only ordered, and even the delays have been divinely calculated. You see, what felt like wasted seasons were not waste. They were wombs. Wombs where character was formed, where strength was matured, where clarity was birthed. You did not miss your moment. You were being shaped for it. The ground that felt hard was only hard because it was being broken for planting. And now, beloved, the roots you couldn't see are starting to support the fruit you are about to experience. The blessing doesn't arrive when you cry for it. It arrives when you are ready to carry it. And Lord your God have declared over you, you are becoming ready. Heaven does not rush the process, because premature promise is cruel. What would have been a gift in the right season becomes a burden in the wrong one. That is why Archangel Michael was sent to guard the gates of your seasons, to ensure you did not enter too soon into rooms that weren't built to sustain you. You were hidden not because you were unworthy, but because you were precious. I covered you not because you were lacking, but because you were sacred. I veiled you from the wrong eyes, from the counterfeit connections, from the loud distractions that would have pulled you from my whisper. Even your loneliness had a mission. It created space for you to hear me again. And now I am stretching forth my hand, not with answers first, but with presence. I am not calling you to understand everything. I am calling you to stand. Stand in the middle of uncertainty and know you are not alone. Stand in the face of grief and know that joy is still. Others walk away and know that I remain. There is something holy about staying. When everyone else is running toward noise and distractions, I am inviting you to stay in the stillness. Stay where your soul remembers how to breathe. Stay in the quiet where I shape prophets. Stay in the solitude where I build warriors. Archangel Michael has not left your side for a moment. He has warred for your mind when it felt like thoughts would overtake you. He has whispered divine strategies when fear made you forget your authority. He has held back opposition that had no right to reach you. And now the heavens are releasing a new sound over you, a sound of restoration, of return, of realignment. You are not starting over. You are stepping into the continuation of a story that heaven never stopped writing. You thought you were off course, but you were simply on the part of the road that felt unfamiliar. Even the detours were written into your destiny. Even the heartbreaks were woven into the heat. Not one of your pain has been wasted. I am collecting every tear. I am echoing every prayer. And I am shaping the answers in ways that will overwhelm your imagination. You may feel exhausted. You may feel like you've been clinging by a thread. But that thread is not fraying. It is the thread of destiny, woven by the hands of the eternal. You are not unraveling. You are being rewoven into something stronger. My beloved, you do not need to chase miracles. You are a miracle in motion. Every breath you take is proof that purpose is still unfolding. Every day you wake up is evidence that the enemy failed to destroy you. You are still here, not by accident, but by assignment. You have a role to play that no one else can fill. You carry light that no one else can release. You hold keys that will unlock doors for generations after you. Don't you see? This isn't just about you. This is about legacy. This is about the ones who will be set free because you said yes, because you didn't give up, because you dared to trust me even when your eyes couldn't. Walk boldly. Walk with fire in your bones and peace in your eyes. Walk like the earth knows your feet are chosen. You have lingered long enough at the door of despair. You have cried long enough over things that cannot return. This is the hour of movement, of motion, of momentum. I am giving you back your spiritual rhythm. I am restoring the song to your soul. You will dance again, not just physically, but spiritually. You will leap over fear and laugh at what once made you weep. You will look at your reflection and see royalty, not rejection. You will remember who you are because I, your God, have not forgotten who you are. I called you chosen before you even knew your name. I marked you with my image before the world tried to define you with its wounds. The miracle is already moving ahead of you. Doors are opening that you did not knock on. Conversations are being prepared that you haven't initiated. Resources are aligning in rooms you haven't entered yet. Why? Because I go before you. Because I prepare a table for you in the presence of every lie spoken against you. Because I am not limited by human timelines or earthly authority. I am the Lord who redeems time. I am the King who rebuilds from ruins. I am the shepherd who leaves the 99 to find the one. And you, beloved, have always been my one. I never lost sight of you. I never stopped chasing you. I never stopped loving you, even in the moments when you felt too broken to love yourself. My love does not depend on your perfection. It depends on my covenant. And my covenant is eternal. Let you breathe in this truth. Let it settle deeper than the lies. You are not behind. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where I can reach you. And I am reaching now, not just to comfort, but to call. Not just to heal, but to launch. You are stepping into a new rhythm with me. The days of hiding are over. The time for boldness has come. And not the boldness that comes from striving, but the boldness that comes from being fully loved. You will speak differently. You will see differently. You will move differently. Because your identity is not tied to what you've done, but to who you belong to. And you belong to me. You belong to the God who cannot fail, to the Savior who conquered death, to the Spirit who gives life. Even now, in the silence of this moment, know that heaven is moving on your behalf. Do not mistake the lack of visible change for inactivity. The roots of revival run deep, and they take time to anchor. You felt unseen, you felt unheard, but your tears were never groundless. Every sigh you uttered in the dark was like a prayer ascending into eternity. Every time you whispered, "I don't know how I'll keep going," I heard before the words even formed on your tongue, and I didn't turn away. I leaned in, I saw, I remembered. I am orchestrating details that will align your next step with divine timing. I'm preparing your moment even as you wait. Archangel Michael is standing guard over this transition. You may still feel uncertainty, but every moment of doubt is being extinguished in secret. The angels are shifting territories on your behalf. Think of it like a chess game in the heavenlies. Every move you make is strategized with purpose. You're not losing ground, you're being positioned. You may feel behind, but you're exactly on time for what's about to unfold. Don't rush off before your season is fully baptized in preparation. Wait for the green light, even if it seems late to you. Divine timing always wins over earthly urgency. Yes, the storm has been fierce, but storms don't define endings. They define rebirths. After the wind, seeds burst through the soil. After the rain, flowers bloom with vibrancy between bricks of concrete. That's what your life is entering now. Blossoms were hidden beneath the rubble of pain, but they were never absent. Your season of strength is emerging from the places that tried to swallow you. Not because those places are joyful, because your story is powerful, and power, by its nature, attracts opposition. But you are no longer defenseless. You've been through the fire. You've been refined. That which tried to extinguish your light has been refined into divine fuel. Let me speak now to the places you think are too broken, the relationship that collapsed, the dream that died, maybe even because of your own mistakes, the trust that shattered. So many of you live with wounds from yesterday, believing the world's mistakes are your dignity's death sentences. But healing isn't denial, healing is reclamation. Heaven is weaving every heartbreak into a tapestry of triumph. You need not pretend you're healed. You simply need to yield to the one who restores completely. That guy or that job, that door that slammed on your face, anyone who said you're not enough, they are part of the pain, but they cannot define your worth. The scars you carry are echoes of both your past and your survival. And as you allow them to breathe, God breathes life through them. The wound becomes the window, the break becomes the blessing. Abundance is not just financial, it's emotional, it's spiritual, it's relational. For too long you believed abundance belonged to the select few, the chosen. But let me tell you a secret guardians of kingdom doors have always known. Abundance flows through any life willing to receive it. Not because a person has done more, but because they've laid down enough for it to enter. You are not being punished for what you lack. You are being promoted into what you long for. Your prayers were never too messy. Your desperation was never too much. Your tears never overflowed outside of my balance. I count them, I use them, I multiply them into provision and healing. I see the nights where you wanted to disappear, and heaven said no. I see the days you doubted your purpose, and heaven said yes. I see the times you whispered prayers you didn't believe, and those quiet prayers shook the earth. Sometimes the breakthrough begins with a whisper instead of a roar. Don't despise small beginnings. Small beginnings rooted in surrender become movements. Seedling faith that clings to me during drought grows into vast forests of testimony. That mustard seed you fear is too small? That's exactly how I start thoughts. When you find yourself tempted to pity yourself, remember, you are not a victim. You are a victor, a warrior, a legacy carrier. You've been entrusted with more than dreams. You've been entrusted with destiny, and destiny doesn't wait for perfection. It moves forward through perseverance. So rise, even in tears, even in trembling. Rise because you're still here. Rise because your breath testifies that victory has not walked away. Rise because Michael fights for your commission. Rise because Jesus sealed your wholeness in blood. Your next chapter is about to write itself into Help will come. Help that makes sense and help that doesn't. Divine connections will begin. People who understand your scars and still choose you. Mentors you never expected. Opportunities that make you think, how did that land in my lap? Because it was transferred, not because you earned it, but because you were chosen. God doesn't hire the healed, He heals the hired. You don't get healed to prove yourself. You get healed to become who I created you to be. Then what you carry becomes power for others. Let that sink in. Generational cycles are shifting. As you rise, your family line will rise. The effects of your obedience might not be felt now, but they will be witnessed in years to come. Generational curses are not markers, they are assignments, and you've already proven you can overcome. Your obedience breaks chains you didn't even know existed. You might question if it matters, but it matters deeply, because your step forward is a victory for every ancestor who walked before you. Your breakthrough is their breakthrough too. You are not alone in your lineage. You stand on the prayers of those who've gone before, and soon, those who come after will stand on your miracle. I overrule darkness with light, death with life, sorrow with joy. You have both pleaded for mercy and wrestled with purpose. I heard both prayers. I felt both griefs. I honored both your surrender and your desperation, and I promise, the floodgates are opening. But the flood won't overwhelm you. It will inundate the dry places to bring everything alive again. Not to tear you apart, but to teach you what it feels like to be fully cradled by grace. Seek not only to be found, but to find your people. Community is not optional, it's essential. You were not made to run this race alone. Even Jesus had a circle around him, a support network that carried his voice. Let heaven bring you your tribe, people who don't just cheer when you score, but hold you up when you stumble, encourage you when you despair, celebrate you when you lose hope. This tribe will not perfect you, they will reflect. Your mindset is the gateway to your miracle. What goes in, the words you speak, the thoughts you entertain, shapes your reality. In the wilderness, your words can bloom or wither. So speak life to the fear, but to the promise, not to the pain, but to the potential. Say it, God, I choose you over my feelings. I declare clarity in the midst of uncertainty. I step into divine favor even when the natural contradicts it. Let truth be louder than your atmosphere. As you declare destiny, destiny declares you. What you pray will chase you faster than what you fear. Beloved, hold fast to your faith. The delays were divine, the silence sacred. What's ahead is greater than what's been lost. Archangel Michael stands guard, and Jesus walks beside you. You are chosen, protected, and deeply loved. This is not the end. This is your rise. Heaven is not done with you.